Contracting nightly sports call. Ron, I would ask you, would you switch any lines up? I mean, because I know what I would do. I'd move Kessel, Malkin, and then put Rust on that second line and put Brassard, Sheahan, and Sherry on the third line. Either Sheahan or Brassard can play wing, and then just put a fourth line together with Simone, Kuhnackel, and Rowney that plays 3-4 minutes a game.
Sounds good to me. I don't touch the first line, though. I love the way that line is playing unbelievably. Crosby, Hornquist, and Gensel. How about the goal Gensel set up last night? They dribbled through the guy's legs, the pass to Sid for the easy tap in. He's become a big-time player for them. I'm not touching that line. They're throwing darts on the other guys. They tried Malkin with different people last night. I would expect him to play better tomorrow than he did last night, his first game back. I still think the Penguins are the better team. You better find a way to prove that tomorrow night, though.
Do you think something's wrong with Phil Kessel?
Absolutely.
He looks slow.
I do. I think he has some kind of injury. I don't know if it's his hand, upper body, but you know what? He's got to take responsibility of that because he's got like this 600 and some game Ironman streak going, and I'm sure they would have loved to have had him sit the last couple games before the playoffs. He didn't. He kept the streak going. We got to judge him by what he's doing on the ice. He hasn't been very good at all. I looked this up, Rich. 2016, he had 98 shots on goal during that run to the Cup. Led all of hockey with shots on goal. He has 13 so far this year, which is on pace for about 35. That is a significant difference. Why isn't he shooting the puck?
He had, what, 2 last night?
One.
And then he threw one at the net. So
and I think
2.
that was the one he threw at the net, right.
Oh, man. All right, let's go out to Robert in New Kent. How you doing, Robert? Robert, you there?
Yeah, I'm there.
What's up?
You know what? I'm not a big, huge hockey follower.
Okay.
But I can sit here and I don't think that the 2 headshots that the Pens took were very fair. And the calls weren't fair either.
Well, the second one sure wasn't because they suspended the guy for 3 games. No place. I don't know what the officials last night. They all gathered. They talked about it. They deemed it wasn't worthy of a penalty.
Yeah, they need to figure out that rule. It's one of the things that I think they need to adapt or change. You know, in I think what other leagues do. The Olympic. Steve Mears tweeted out what the Olympic. What their rule is, any shot to the head, period. Any shot, you get suspended. So I think if you're targeting someone's head, they're trying to limit concussions. They're trying to make the game safer. I mean, you want your kids.
Sued down the road.
You know, I mean, look, football and hockey. I don't know if I want my kids to play those sports.
Right.
You know, you risking concussions and CTE and all these things that are happening now. They need to find a way to make these games safer. And if you say any shot to the head, no matter if it was accidental or not, you're getting suspended, people aren't going to target heads anymore.
Yeah, we saw James Harrison change his game with the Steelers. Matt Cook changed his game. If these guys don't want to give all their money back in fines or be out of the league, they find a way to adapt.
All right, Jerry. What's up, Jerry from Hempfield? You there, Jerry? Wait. Jerry, you there?
I'm here. Yeah, I'm here. I'm changing the subject for real quick.
Okay.
I was watching Shannon Sharp this morning just to get your opinion. They was talking about the top quarterbacks, and when Ben Roethlisberger's name came up, drama queen. They called him a drama queen. I don't know if I'm going to play anymore. I don't know if I have it. My wife and family, I have to let you know if I'm going to play. And then now he's saying, I want to play 5 more years since they drafted this new quarterback. He didn't say none of that while Landry's back here because I don't think it was a threat or nothing like that.
I don't think Mason Rudolph's a threat,
No,
Ron.
I don't either. I don't like the pick. I think the Steelers are good enough on offense to now with their offense, and they need help on defense. I thought it was a horrible pick. We're having Kevin Colbert on our radio show tomorrow morning at 11:25. Urge people to tune into that on the Fan.
Yeah, that's a good interview. Kevin Colbert. 11 o'clock, 11:25 on the Fan with Ron Cook and Andrew Filipponi.
And we're having Ben on Friday at noon.
So Friday at noon and tomorrow at 11:25 on the Fan.
Right.
All right, we got to take a break. Back to wrap things up. Coming up next, stay right there.